if I get this, then if you're watching, you have to like, comment, and subscribe, all of them. Everyone thought I was so shite. Damn right. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the last one of an hour training week. It's Monday morning. Another big week incoming here. So I'm here. I'll do a bit of a pre-session here for half an hour. Get the body fully warm, ready to go for technical pad work and drilling at 11 o'clock here with Adam. And then Scott's coming in not too long after that. Do a bit more technical work, a little bit of grappling, and that'll be me then for the day, because I have a big spar day tomorrow. So tonight will be easier. We'll be taking it easy. So yeah, welcome back. The pre-session was very simple. It was literally just to get me 100% firing for technical work that began at 11. So it's only 30-minute pre-session. Nothing really in particular today. It was basically full body. I knew I was going to be doing a lot of punching today, so I got like a wee bit of shadow boxing and a good bit of rotational stuff in as well. But it was more of an all body or a full body. I think about percentages a lot and probabilities a lot when it comes to like technical work and sparring and the fighting. But I think about percentages a lot whenever I'm preparing. And to me, it's like, why wouldn't I be coming into that session 10% sharper because I've warmed up properly for half an hour? That means every single session I do for the rest of the year is 10% better. When I come in 45 minutes before sparring and my sparring performance is 20, 30, 40% better because I've got properly engaged and properly primed. You put that over a year, that's where you can become who you need to be. You know, it's through the daily habits. It's very, very simple.
I do. This one doesn't know. She's quite a fluffer and I went, you're a professional. I've just seen you in my for fluffing. I think, what does he do with my fluffing?
It's for Shanda, who's a professional fluffer.
I mean, she says, what's he mean a fluffer? And I went, you don't want to know.
I did do you dirty there, to be fair.
Oh, you're straight away. And I went, you got me good. You got me good.
You see me working with Adam, repping out a lot of things. General pad work, but working specific things too, sharpening. And then Scott came in, the legend, and we put it all into practice then. And we finished with a little bit of positional grappling as well. But as always, you always hear what's the word I use the most when I talk about training? It's probably purposeful. That's the game. You know, that is the game. And it takes a lot of time to know your style, and obviously when you're game planning for specific opponents, that's where purposeful comes in. But I think it's something that I do best, and what we do best as a team is make sure that my training efficiency is as good as it fucking possibly can be. That's why everything, all the pre-sessions are so important, is so I can operate at that highest level, because I'm fighting at the fucking highest level. Percentages make a fucking difference. They really, really do, and I'm not willing to give anything up. I must really see so this was the same screensaver I had in my last, I don't know if I can, big fight camp. They're all big fight camps. This one in particular, very, very simple. Pain of discipline or pain of regret. No stone. I put that back as my wallpaper here. And I live that philosophy. I always have, but now I have the ability to put more resources and money into my training camps. There is not a single penny saved. Like, everything that I can possibly do to perform at my best is done. And that's just a reminder, no stone unturned. Everything must be done, and then it plays out how it plays out. But at least I know that I gave absolutely everything, and that gives you a really good peace of mind throughout camp and post fights. It's important to do that, and that's we talked about this. I often say this in interviews and stuff, and people ask me about young fighters' advice and advice for self-belief and confidence coming up as a fighter, and oftentimes my first piece of advice that I go to is like, you must outwork your doubt. Do so much that when you are warming up for that fight, you know that there is nothing more you possibly could have done when you were preparing for that fight, and that's always been my philosophy since my very first amateur fight 12 years ago. That has genuinely been my philosophy, and that's what has got me this far. All in, as I say, as the tattoo shows. Need to get it topped up, but that's the game. That's the game.
Struggle snuggles. No, nah. Just game plan. Just preparing for what we think can deliver. Making sure he's obviously taking all the boxes. Purposeful practice. That's the important thing. Yeah, purposeful practice today. Like we spend so much time thinking about MMA in terms of like in the moment. It's not just. We're not just winging stuff. Everything has a purpose, like I said there a second ago. So obviously I'm thinking about a lot of the positions that does really, really well, and how I can obviously implement them to mimic him as best as possible. And Paul's, the two of us are just figuring out what way is the most suitable approach to dealing with it. So I'm obviously taking stuff in, having to study training with Paul, who's incredible. It's huge. It's huge for both of us. Yeah.
We're just going to game plan, get the reps in, and use this as just a builder session for sparring tomorrow.
Yeah. 100%.
It's definitely not easy. It's a lot of work. You need to be very well switched on, but a lot of it's very simple shots, but they're just done at a high level. Great, me and him have a great relationship. I'd consider Paul a friend as much as we would consider him a client or his coach, but we have a great relationship, and I think that makes a big difference, that we can gel and we can talk to each other and make sure that we're all on the same page and getting everything that he needs, not just training.
And what's it like seeing a fighter like Paul evolve from when you started to now?
Amazing to watch him coming up here with only 1 to 2 pro fights, to now being one of the best lightweights in the world has been an amazing progression to watch, and it's been amazing to be part of the journey.
We're going to meet the big lad, big dude, for lunch, because I haven't seen him. Well, I actually seen him yesterday for ages, but we haven't had a lunch date in a while, so we're getting a wee lunch date. Big dude, the main man. We're going to make, you see this big man, you couldn't miss him in the fucking distance. Look at that. Hello, man. I wasn't that so wrong. You can't really tell, but that's a triple wrap burrito with triple meat, which just looks so small in his hands. Don't get extra chicken.
Nah.
No, Donner, I'll pass this. I'll hand this one off.
No.
I've fucking done enough vlogging today. You fucking ask Donner how his day was.
Nah, it wasn't. Not much to talk about. As soon as the camera goes on, I go quiet, mute.
Don't forget that Prize Guy is making their 10th millionaire on August 31st. The tickets are going live now. Tickets are starting from 180, so don't forget. I'm gonna put the link down below here, so make sure you enter that one. 10th millionaire, let's fucking go. Back another day. It's Wednesday. Today's gonna be a lot easier of a day for me. I've had a fucking massive week so far. So Monday you seen, you were with me, so you've seen that session. Yesterday was probably one of the hardest days and one of the hardest that I've pushed myself in as long as I can remember, to be honest. We had 8 rounds doghouse in the morning, and then I had Pat's MMA class that evening, which was, I done 6 5s of basically like MMA conditioning, like pad work, wrestling, and some drilling, and both of them sessions as well. But that was like push to the absolute limit stuff, like to the point where this doesn't happen to me that often, but there's times where I push my body so hard that I wake up multiple times throughout the night in pain, like it's soreness, which is like, just kind of shows sometimes how hard you're working, how hard you're pushing your body. And that's like, I'm ending these sessions with mobility, stretching, deep breathing, like everything before I get into bed. I'm stretching for a good 20 minutes as well, and I still wake up in fucking pain. and wake up hungry sometimes that I've trained that hard that day I can't even get enough calories back into me. Today is a very easy session. We're going up to the gym here now, doing a lot of mobility and rehab work, just get the body really opened up, and then I'll do a really easy, I'll probably do a green zone on the bike today for whatever, 30 to 45, maybe 60 minutes depending on how I'm feeling, but it'll be super easy. And then I'll come back, I'll hit my sauna ice bath, and then I've got a massage booked as well for 2:30, which would be a good 90-minute to 2-hour sports massage, and then that's me done. Some of my family's coming around tonight to chill, so yeah, just got new garden furniture. Shout out to Shando for dropping this down. I fucking got some sweat on this morning getting this in here, so big shout out to Shando, fucking legend. So we'll get that in use. But yeah, welcome back to another day. Let's go. I gotta make some apple pie with my wee apple tree there. Once them bad boys get mature enough. Down with fire here. Down with fire. Right. Right. Now in my defense, before I start shooting here, you did see me just jump over the fence to get this ball, and I had been over there for about 2 weeks. So there's been no practice in 2 weeks. So what are we doing? What's the over-under space, man? If I get this first point from here, which is far enough away, like, show the distance. That's far. If I get this, then if you're watching, you have to like, comment, and subscribe, all of them, or else I'm gonna hunt you down. Right. This is, as I say, this is the first time in 2 to 3 weeks. Everyone thought I fucking was so shite. The amount of abuse I got from the last time. Absolute professional. Oh. But still, I got the first one. That's this one. Doesn't matter. See, this is the issue there. And you start, and then you cannot stop. Oh, look at that absolute swisher. This is the warm up for training. This is far. Oh, see that? nearly lost the ball. Fuck, right. Don't put that in until I get this right. Fuck. Oh my god, that's an airball. Holy airball, as the saying goes. This is 2 weeks off the game. Just put in the one that I done right, alright? Oh, there we are. Oh, fuck. Oh! Bit of flair for the vlog, Justin. Oh, this way, the wee fade away. Oh! Not even close, right? Fade away again. Oh, there it is. That's it, right. Need to go to the gym. Done. Oh. Success. Let's go. This is what this morning looks like when you're not fucking sparring or people are trying to kill you. You know you can show it.
How important is it for you to have days like this, though?
Easier. No, very good. Very important. Especially with the way my training's structured at the minute. As I mentioned about yesterday, was a joke how hard I pushed myself. And tomorrow was another big day. So Tuesday, Thursdays are big pushes for me. So today has to be, I have to wind down today. I can't be getting my body into that kind of, even red zone, definitely not, orange zone, ideally not as well. Just really easy. You have to do it, like you can't sprint at all times, like your body needs to recover. So yeah, today will be very chill. So I've got the jazz music on until I fucking ended up having to get that furniture moved in, but we're here, we're doing it. That's a classic. You can't beat the ladle bag. 10 toes. 10 toes. Ladle bag and a yoga mat. And he's got him. Would you batter me? Would you attack me, would you? No. What would you do if someone in your class stole these and started trying to eat them? What would you do?
What is it? Someone from his class, he was like, I'll probably be hurt. She always steals his food every day in school.
Got a lot of strength and mobility done. I've done a good 50 minutes on the bike. Studying some fights, studying some sparring, studying some future opponent. So yeah, all in all very good. I've got massage in about half an hour, so go home, get some food, and then chill the fuck out. That's me for the day. It sets me up for another big day tomorrow. It also kind of gets my body in the right place after like a really hard day yesterday and hard few days. Because obviously we begin our week on Sundays. So yeah, I'm primed and ready. My body's feeling a lot better, and I'm ready to go 3 hard sessions again. Yeah, obviously at times it's hard to switch off or whatever, but I do enjoy when you've got like a triple day on Tuesday and triple day Thursday, you can enjoy your night off on a Wednesday night. Like, at least I definitely can, because the sense of like accomplishment after smashing out a couple of really good days at the start of the week and knowing that you've got 2 more big days to finish out, so I can chill. Like, earlier in my career, I definitely found it harder to switch off, and I also overtrained. I was overtrained all the time. But it's something that you learn through experience. You know, when you're coming up as a fighter, you need to push the boundary and see how much your body's capable of. So you have to push the limits in order to find where your limits are. And like, I do recommend that to all young fighters and all the boys and the young lads in the gym coming up. Like, try literally, like, challenge yourself to see how many hours you can put on the fucking mats per week. Like, it's not a bad thing to do when you're up and coming and when you're young, when you're like not maybe don't have as many niggling injuries from fighting for many years. But I would always recommend that. And when you're in that flow state, or in that mind state, taking time off becomes a little bit harder when you've got used to doing that for years, which is my whole come up was that for forever. Was just how many hours can I put in the mats? Can I work? I work absolutely everybody. That's what the mindset was. Now I obviously have to be so much more calculated with my work. Everything has to be, as the word always goes back to, purposeful, and it is. But I know how to structure my training when I'm in camp in order to sprint when I need to and rest when I need to. And I think that's a good way for me to do fight camps, and it's a good way for me to peak as well, is understanding that everybody is different for sure, but I know my body very well at this point, and the proof is in the pudding as well, so just keep doing what I'm doing. At Javsy9679 asks, are we going to see Alexei Pergandi back to help you get prepared to smoke this full this time around? You already did the first fight. Thanks for the question, bro. Yes, we are. Alexei is honestly one of the best guys I've ever trained with, and that's why I wanted to bring him in for the last camp, is because he gives me the best work out of so many people in the world, and he's so good. So yeah, Alexei's going to be a big part of this camp again, so definitely watch out for that for sure. And also watch out, he's fighting next weekend. You can put in the poster or the date, and when you find it, I think it'll be in 2 weeks time he's fighting, so definitely watch out for that. His last fight in PFL was unbelievable. I think he's 6 or 7-0 now, so watch out for his next fight as well. At Harry Calvin 2971 asks, how do you think a fight between you and Ilya would play out? I don't know if we said this in the vlog before, we done a clip before that I've sparred with Ilya before last year summertime, I think, in Kilcliff, and the sparring was very good, very even in my opinion. Now, we weren't trying to kill each other, it was good technical work. You often see the clips going on social media all the time. This is a question that I get asked all the time. How would I see a fight go? I see myself doing a lot better than any of the other guys he's been fighting. Not because, you know, anything against the other guys that he's been fighting recently. I think just stylistically, it matches up very well. So I'd be very, very confident in that. And who knows, you know, it could be something that we see down the line in the future. I actually am a huge fan of Ilya. Although obviously, you know, we're seeing weight class, this and that. Who knows, in the future we could fight each other. I am actually a huge fan of his. I really like his mindset. I like his style, obviously I think most people do. But I really like his mindset. He's the same age as me. And I always like to see someone on the come up when they're young, especially as I say around the same age range, and what he's doing at that age in the UFC is unbelievable. Like it's incredibly impressive. So I take inspiration from that, even though, you know, it's still someone that I could be fighting down the line. But yeah, that's my opinion on that. So that's questions done for this week from the comment section from last week. So keep hitting us with the good ones. If there's like really good questions there, I'll answer, and this could even be a new segment of the vlog if people want that. So keep hitting us with the comments, and then obviously like and subscribe as well. Algo Sterling, fucking Usman, Namalgo, head off. Got it first time. Fuck me. Can't make any more noise. Shout out the goat Rubens, chili con carne beef, and like we garlic potatoes. Rubens does not miss. Big John Mitchell on the Rubens now as well. Let's go. We joined the dark side.
So even on your slow days, everything's still consistent eating wise.
Of course, yeah. Calories are going to be definitely like a little bit less than my main training days. Obviously, my 3 session days, like yesterday, I must have had like at least 2,800 calories, like at least. And I still woke up in the middle of the night sore and hungry. So it just shows you how hard I'm working in some of these days. But today is a lot more relaxed. Calories would be a little bit lower. Not too much, like a good bit lower than that, yeah, but not too low to the point where, because like in these days your body is recovering, so you still need the calories. This is where the hard part of fighting comes in when you're doing big weight cuts. It's like your body needs recovery, and you're not giving it calories or fuel that it needs to recover, but you're continuing to train for X amount of weeks. That's why people get sick and injured and are so much more susceptible to both when they're doing big weight cuts. So thankfully I don't do that shit anymore, and that's big weight off the mind for sure. The big bout of veg is a staple. You gotta do it. So that's spinach, broccoli, green beans, cauliflower, carrot. It's a staple. Like, you gotta do it. You gotta fucking do it. This is like, sounds so fucking boring, like me telling people to eat vegetables. I don't give a fuck.
Do you make that up yourself though?
When you're, I do it in the air fryer. See, when you're obviously having to drop weight, it's the biggest hack ever. It's just loads of vegetables, because obviously they're low calories and they're full of fiber, so they're obviously so good for you. It's unbelievable entertainment right here. Me talking about big bowls of veg, but it's the truth. Like I haven't chopped them up yet, but you've seen me loads of times with the red peppers. Like super low calorie, full of fiber, full of vitamin C. Fill you right up when you're cutting weight. Keeps you healthy, keeps you full. Small hacks, these are important though. Ah, fuck. I didn't even know you were playing. That was some pussy shit right there. Right, vlog done. Always enjoyed. That was a little bit of a different week this week. Went from one intense training day to like one non-intense training day, and then obviously all in between. So yeah, so that's a bit of insight into like the kind of the recovery protocol as well. About to get a sports massage here for about 90 minutes, and then that'll be me for the evening. Probably do a sauna later as well, early night, and then back in for 3 hard sessions tomorrow. So that's how it goes. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Algo Sterling, Jose Morago, or no, I've completely fucked that one, haven't I? That's 2 different ones. Anyway, appreciate it. See you at the next one.